Welcome everybody to the swim meet tonight at Portage Central. We have a bit of a unique meet tonight. It's because of snow days and whatnot. We have teams needing to do makeup. So we're going to have Portage Central swimming against Coldwater and St. Joe, and Portage Northern swimming against Coldwater and St. Joe, all in the same pool, all at the same time. But St. Joe and Coldwater will not be competing against each other, and Portage Northern and Portage Central will not be competing against each other tonight. So the meet is going to get started in just a few minutes here. So the first event up for tonight is the 200 medley relay. In lane 4, we have St. Joe C, and in lane 5, we have Portage Central C relay. Seems to be some confusion on where everyone needs to be. Go, and St. Joe C relay is in lane 4 now. Central C relay takes an early lead over St. Joe. First leg of Central C is done in 32.68 seconds. It's an early lead over St. Joe C as we're into the breaststroke. Isaac Fitchner increasing the lead for Central C. Completed his leg in 35.99 seconds. St. Joe C's into the breaststroke now. It's a decent lead for Portage Central C relay. Portage Central C is off into the freestyle with a 29.63 for the butterfly. St. Joe's C relay is off into the freestyle now. Ryan Overhuel coming in to finish off the relay for Portage Central with a time of 2 minutes, 4.98 seconds. And here comes St. Joe C relay to finish off the time of 2 minutes and 28.85 seconds. And for Heat 2 of the 200 medley, we have Portage Central B in lane 1, Coldwater B in lane 2, St. Joe A in lane 3, Portage Northern A in lane 4, Portage Central A in lane 5, Coldwater A in lane 6, St. Joe B in lane 7, Portage Northern B in lane 8. Fairly tight across this front stretch, but St. Joe A in first, Portage A in second, Portage Central B in third. Looks like Portage Central A didn't hit the touchpad hard enough. But Portage Central A possibly off to a decent lead. Yes, Portage Central A is off into the lead with Portage Northern A and St. Joe A right behind. Portage Northern A pulling it back through the fly, making it neck and neck between the two as we go into the breaststroke. Slightly further gap back behind to St. Joe A. Northern A and Central A are neck and neck coming into the final few strokes. Central A barely takes the lead. Less than a second taking the win over Portage Central A. The results are Portage Central A, Portage Northern A, St. Joe A, Portage Central B in 4th, Coldwater A in 5th, St. Joe B in 6th, Coldwater B in 7th, and Portage Northern B in 8th. .200 freestyle is up next. In lane 4, we have Sam Church from St. Joe, Wesley Coop from Portage Central in lane 5, and Miles Clifton from St. Joe in lane 6. Wesley taking an early lead for Central right off the blocks, with Sam Church staying close behind him, a few strokes back. Miles Clifton just a few behind him. So at the first 50, Wesley Coop doing a 29.92, Sam Church a 33.47, Miles Clifton a 34.41. Wesley Coop coming in to finish his first 100, the time of 102.96. Sam Church in second with 111.26, and Miles Clifton in third, 113.53. Wesley finishing a 150, 136.94. Wesley picks up the pace for his last 50. Still fairly close between Sam Church and Miles Clifton. Sam coming in with a time of 152.36 and Miles 154.28. Wesley cruising in to first place with a time of 2:10.32, picking up a win for Portage Central. Miles Clifton and Sam Church coming in, finishing up their last lap. Very close together. Miles Clifton at the end takes it with a time of 2:31.38, and Sam Church with a 2:32.27. So we have for Heat 2, we have Boston Orlowski for Portage Central in lane 2. Garcia Herenda in lane 3 for St. Joe. Ty Sturgeon for Portage Northern in lane 4. Matthew Penner for Central in lane 5. Tyler Eberts in lane 6 for Coldwater. William Conroy for St. Joe in lane 7. And Caden Bersher for Portage Northern in lane 8. So coming into the first 50, we have Tyler Eberts for Coldwater in the lead, Matthew Penner in second, Ty Sturgeon in fourth and third, Boston in fourth, Dye in fifth, Caden in sixth, and William Conroy for St. Joe in seventh. Tyler Eberts continues to make a gap as second and third are neck and neck through the 100. Matthew Penner and Ty Sturgeon less than a second apart, with Boston Orlowski close behind in fourth, Dye in fifth, Caden in sixth, with William Conroy in seventh. Tyler Eberts continues to pull a gap with the second through fourth very close behind him. Tyler Eberts with a time of 1:21.84 so far, with Boston Orlowski in second, Ty Sturgeon in third, Matthew Penner in fourth. We have Dye Garcia in fifth, Caden Bersher in sixth. Tyler Eberts comes in to finish the event with a decisive win with a time of 150.52. Ty Sturgeon in second, Boston Orlowski in third, Matthew Penner in fourth. Dye Garcia in fifth, Caden Bersher in sixth, and William Conroy pulling it in seventh. Next up, we have the 200 individual medley. So in lane 4, Ruben Lorenz from St. Joe, Graydon Triviero from Central, and Patrick Conroy in lane 6 from St. Joe. Graydon pulling an early lead for the fly. With Patrick Conroy staying within a few lengths of him. Graydon finishing up the fly with a 32.15. Patrick right behind with a 34.37, and Ruben with a 42.45. Graydon and Patrick staying roughly where they were at the end of the fly. Looks like Graydon may have missed the touchpad, or we have a glitch in our system. But Patrick Conroy with a time of 119.35 coming through the backstroke. Graydon still in the lead with Patrick tight behind him. Looks like it'll all come down to the freestyle between Graydon and Patrick. Graydon just over a second ahead of Patrick as we enter the freestyle. Neck and neck as we hit the line. Graydon beating Patrick by just over half a second. Graydon finishing with a time of a 2:49.96. Patrick with a time of 2:50.5, and Ruben coming in with a 3:04.7. For Heat 2, we have in Lane 2, Ryan Green from Portage Central, William Peterson from St. Joe in Lane 3, Landon Hamill from Portage Northern in Lane 4, Sheehan Davis from Portage Central in Lane 5, Xavier Clenard in Lane 6 for Portage Northern, and Calvin Park for St. Joe in Lane 7. Looks like Ryan Green taking an early lead. Sheehan Davis taking an early lead. So Sheehan Davis in first, Ryan Green in second, William Peterson in third, Landon Hamill in fourth, Xavier Clenard in fifth, Calvin Park in sixth. Sheehan Davis has about a 2-second lead, but second through fourth are all within about half a second of each other. Sheehan Davis with a 102.39 to finish the backstroke. Ryan Green in second, Landon Hamill in third, Xavier Clenard moves up to fourth, William Peterson in fifth, and Calvin Park in sixth. Ryan Green looking to eat into some of Sheehan's lead. It's very close behind. And after the breaststroke, Ryan Green takes a slim lead over Sheehan Davis. It'll all be down to the freestyle with Landon Hamill in third, Xavier Clenard in fourth, William Peterson in fifth, Calvin Park in sixth. Sheehan Davis gets to the flip turn slightly before Ryan Green. It's neck and neck as they come down to the line. Sheehan Davis takes the win for Central. Ryan Green coming in second. Landon Hamill in third. William Peterson in fourth. Xavier Clenard in fifth. Calvin Park in sixth. Sheehan Davis winning with a 2:16.89. Ryan Green coming in just behind with a 2:17.66. So we have the 50-yard freestyle. We have Tucker Tiernaski in lane 2, Leo Bilatro in lane 3, Sanjan Imershish in lane 4, Bennett Underwood in lane 5, Josh Cowley in lane 6, and Elijah Atkinson in lane 7. Josh Cowley coming in to take the win for Coldwater with a time of 28.62. Bennett in second, Leo in third, Elijah in fourth, Sanjan in fifth, and Tucker in sixth. Heat 2 for the 50 freestyle has Brody Idosky in lane 1, Brennan King in lane 2, Diego Traxari in lane 3, Ty Oaks in lane 4, Ryan Overhuel in lane 5, Logan Fisher in lane 6, Carter Pediski in lane 7, Andres in lane 8. Everyone quick off the blocks. Very tight all across the board for the flip turns. Logan Fisher in taking first, Andreas in second, Ryan Overhuel in third, Brody in fourth, Brennan fifth, Ty sixth, Diego seventh, Carter in eighth. Got heat 3, final heat of the 50-yard freestyle. Elijah Meldrum down in lane 1 for Portage Central. So Elijah Meldrum, lane 1 for Central. Mason Sabatics from Coldwater in lane 2, Erica Burrow from St. Joe, Vincent Bruno from Portage Northern in lane 4, Evan Cordini from Portage Central in lane 5, Cooper Otto from Coldwater in lane 6, Jackson Galstier in lane 7 from St. Joe, Cameron Couch from Portage Northern in lane 8. Everyone's quick off the blocks. Middle 3 lanes very close on the flip turn. Vincent Bruno from Portage Northern taking the win with a 22.68. Evan Cordini in second, Cooper Otto in third, Eric Burrow in fourth, Mason Sabatis in fifth, Jackson Galsier in sixth, Elijah Meldrum in seventh, Cameron Couch in eighth. So we're going to have a short break while the divers get warmed up. We'll be back in a few minutes. So we're going to so we're going to have 6 divers tonight. So first up is Evan McConnell doing a 201A back dive straight, degree of difficulty 1.7. Waiting on judges' scores. Judges' scores 4, 3.5, 4, 4, 4.
Next up is Vaughn, a 201C, a back dive in the tuck position, DD 1.5.
Von Dawson doing a 201C back dive tuck, a degree of difficulty 1.5. Judges' scores 7, 7.5, 7, 7, 7.5.
Next up is Evan with a 202A, a back one somersault in the straight position, DD 1.7.
We have Evan Sash doing a 202A back one somersault, straight position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Judges' scores 3,
Next up is
3,
William, a
3.5,
201B,
3.5,
a back
4.
dive in the pike position, DD 1.6.
Have William Blind doing 201B back dive pike position, degree of difficulty 1.6. Judges' scores 7, 7.5, 6.5, 7, 7.5. Patrick Conroy doing a 202C back one somersault tuck, degree of difficulty 1.5. Judges' scores 5, 4.5, 4, 4.5, 3.5.
201C, a back dive in the tuck position, DD 1.5.
Jacob Freese doing a 201C back dive tuck, degree of difficulty 1.5. The judges' scores to finish off the round are 4, 3.5, 3.5, 3, 3.5. Starting off round 2.
Somersault in the tuck position, DD 2.2.
Evan McConnell 403C, inward 1.5 somersault tuck, degree of difficulty 2.2.
Score
4.5s across the board for the judges' scores.
is a 203C, a back 1.5
We
somersault in
have Vaughn
self-position,
up,
VP 2.0.
doing a 203C, back 1.5 somersault tuck, degree of difficulty 2. Judges' scores 6.5, 6, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5. Moving Vaughn into the lead. Evan Sash doing a 5-2-2-1D, back 1 somersault, half twist free. Degree of difficulty 1.7. Judges scores 3.5, 3.5, 4, 3.5, 3.5.
With a 203B, a back 1.5 somersault in the pike
William
position,
Blind
VP 2.3.
203B, back 1.5 somersault pike. Degree of difficulty 2.3. Judges scores 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.8, moving him into the lead for Portage Northern.
A forward 1.5 somersault in the tuck position, VP 1.6.
Patrick Conroy doing a 103C, forward 1.5 somersault tuck, degree of difficulty 1.6. Judges scores 5, 5, 4, 4.5, 4.5.
203C, a back 1.5 somersault in the tuck position, VP 2.0.
Jacob Fries finishing out the round for us, doing a 203C, back 1.5 somersault tuck, degree of difficulty 2. Judges scores 5.5s across the board.
Evan's third bag is a 103C, a forward 1.5 somersault in the tuck position, VP 1.6.
Evan McConnell up again, doing a 103C, forward 1.5 somersault tuck, degree of difficulty 1.6. Judges scores 5, 5.5, 4.5, 4.5, 5.
Is a 303C, a
Got
reverse
Vaughn
1.5
doing a
somersault in the tuck
303C,
position, VP
reverse
2.
1.5 somersault tuck, degree of difficulty 2.1. Judges scores 7, 6.5, 6, 7, 6.5, moving him back into the lead.
1.5 somersault, missed on position, DD 1.6.
Got Evan Sash doing a 103C forward 1.5 somersault tuck, degree of difficulty 1.6. Judges scores 3.5, 4, 4, 4.5, 3.5. William Blind doing a 105B forward 2.5 somersault pike, degree of difficulty 2.6. Little technical difficulties, taking a second to get judges' scores. Judges' scores 8, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, moving William back into the lead. Patrick Conroy doing a 104C forward 2 somersault tuck, degree of difficulty 2.2. Judges scores 2, 2, 3.5, 2, 2.5. Jacob Freese doing a 5-1-2-4D forward 1 somersault 2 twist free, degree of difficulty 2.3. Judges scores 5.5, 5.5, 6, 5.5, 4.5. Ivan starting off round 4 with a 301A reverse dive straight, degree of difficulty 1.8. And judges scores 4.5, 5, 4, 5, 5.5. Got Von Dawson doing a 105C forward 2.5 somersault tuck, degree of difficulty 2.4. Judges scores 4, 4.5, 4, 4.5, 4.
Before two somersaults in attack position, DP
Evan Sash doing a 104C forward 2 somersault tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.2. Judges scores 2, 3, 2.5, 3, 3.
or reverse 1.5 somersault in plank position, DP
William Blind doing a 303B reverse 1.5 somersault pike, degree of difficulty 2.4. Judges scores 7, 7, 6, 6.5, 6.5, bringing him to 192.65 points overall. Patrick Conroy doing a 302C reverse 1 somersault tuck, degree of difficulty 1.6. Judges scores 5, 5, 4, 5, 4. Jacob Fries finishing off the round with a 104B forward 2 somersault pike, degree of difficulty 2.3. Judges scores 5, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5, 4.5. Ivan leading us into round 5, doing a 401C reverse 2 somersault tuck, degree of difficulty 2.2. Judges scores 3.5, 2.5, 3.5, 3, 3.5. Vaughn coming into round 5 doing a 403B inward 1.5 somersault pike, degree of difficulty 2.4. Judges scores 7, 6.5, 6, 6.5, 6. Evan Sash 302C reverse 1 somersault tuck, degree of difficulty 1.6. Judges scores 4.5, 5.5, 4.5, 5.5, 4.5. William Blind doing a 405C inward 2.5 somersault tuck, degree of difficulty 3.1. Judges scores 6.5, 7, 6, 6.5, 7. Patrick Conroy doing a 5-1-1-1A forward dive half twist straight, degree of difficulty 1.8. Judges' scores were 0 across the board. Jacob Fries doing a 105C forward 2.5 somersault tuck, degree of difficulty 2.4. Judges' scores 5, 4.5, 4.5, 3.5, 4. Ivan's last dive is a 5-2-1-1A back dive half twist straight. Degree of difficulty 1.8. Judges scores 4, 4.5, 4, 3.5, 4, bringing his score for tonight to 143 even. Von Dawson ending off tonight with a 404C inward 2 somersault tuck, degree of difficulty 2.8. Judges scores 6, 7, 6.5, 6, 7, bringing his final score to a 243.45. Evan Sash doing a 403C inward 1.5 somersault tuck, degree of difficulty 2.6. Judges scores 5, 5, 4, 4, 4.5, 4, bringing his score to a 122.65 for tonight. William Blind doing a 5, 2, 3, 3D, back 1.5 somersault, half twist free, degree of difficulty 2.5. Judges scores 6.5, 7, 7, 7, 7.5, bringing his final score to a 307.15. Patrick Conroy doing a 401C inward dive tuck, degree of difficulty 1.4. The judges' scores 4.5, 5, 4, 4.5, 4.5, bringing Patrick's final score to a 97.5. Jacob Freeze ending off diving tonight with a 403C inward 1.5 somersault tuck, degree of difficulty 2.2. And the judges' scores for Jacob's final dive tonight are waiting for them to be put up on the board. Five and a half, 6, 5.5, 5, 5.5, bringing his final score to a 191 even. William Blind being the decisive winner tonight with a 307.15. We will be back in a few minutes as the pool's getting opened up for a swim warm-up. We'll be back for the rest of the meet after that. And we're back. I'm going to start off after the break with the boys' 100-yard butterfly. We have Elijah Meldrum from Portage Central in lane 1, Kaz Lindblom from Coldwater in lane 2, Calvin Park from St. Joe in lane 3, Landon Hamill from Portage Northern in lane 4, Jihan Davis from Portage Central in lane 5, Mason Garbowski from Coldwater in lane 6, Drew Shunnery from Central in lane 7, and Xavier Clinard in lane 8 from Portage Northern. Jihan Davis taking an early lead. Landon Hamill in second, Elijah Meldrum in third, Calvin Park fourth, Mason Garbowski fifth, Drew Shunnery sixth, Xavier Clinard seventh, Kez Lindblom in eighth. Jihan Davis pulling a bigger lead as we come towards the flags. Elijah closing the gap up to second. Jihan Davis takes the win. Elijah Meldrum second, Landon Hamill third, Xavier Clinard fourth, Calvin Park in fifth, Drew Shunnery sixth, Mason Garbowski in seventh, Kez Lindblom in eighth, and Jihan Davis coming in with a time of 1 minute 0.17 seconds. Just shy of breaking the 1 minute mark. We have the 100-yard freestyle up with Tucker Tierensky in lane 3 from Portage Central, Jackson Glacier from St. Joe in lane 4, Adam Saigon from Central in lane 5, Josh Cowley in lane 6 from Coldwater, Matthew Angassi from St. Joe in lane 7. Very, very tight between the front two. Adam Sagan taking the lead by about half a second from Jackson Glacier. Josh coming in third, Matthew in fourth, Tucker in fifth. Adam Jackson, very good pace to beat 1 minute. Adam coming in with a 57.12 for the win. Jackson in second with a 58.6. Josh Cowley coming in third with a 103.83. Matthew in fourth with a 112.45. And Tucker bringing it home in fifth. His time is not showing up on the board for me. We have Heat 2 of the boys 100-yard freestyle. Boston Orlowski in lane 1, Logan Fisher in lane 2, Joey Perangeli in lane 3, Ty Oaks in lane 4, Justin Chen lane 5, Tyler Eberts lane 6, Ronan Hume in lane 7, Owen Lito in lane 8. Taylor Eberts taking the lead for Coldwater, Justin Chen in second, Joey Perangeli in third, Boston Orlowski fourth, Ronan Hume fifth, Logan Fisher sixth, Owen Lito in seventh. Taylor Eberts with a 50.5 to take the win. Justin Chen in second. Joey Perangeli third. Boston Orlowski fourth. Ronan Hume fifth. And, there was a problem with Ty Oaks' time, showing him in seventh with Rowan Lito in eighth. Up for the longest event of the night, we're going to have two heats of the 500-yard freestyle. It's Matthew Chenery in lane 2, William Conroy, lane 3, Brody Idalski in lane 4, Wesley Cope in lane 5, Bennett Underwood in lane 6, Sam Church in lane 7. William Conroy and Sam Church for St. Joe. Everyone else in the heat is for Portage Central. Counters are getting into their place at the end of the lane. Wesley Cope coming out to an easy lead. Brody in second, William in third, Matthew in fourth, Bennett in fifth, Sam Church in sixth. Wesley coming out of the blocks with a pace of 31.28. Wesley maintaining a good pace. 34.59 for that 50. Brody Idalski second, William Conroy third, Matthew Chenery fourth, Bennett Underwood and Sam Church coming in fifth and sixth. Wesley's keeping a decent gap out front. Wesley doing a 36.59 that 50. Brody Adalski just under a second behind him. It's Matthew Chenery and William Conroy coming in third and fourth. Sam Church overtaking Bennett Underwood. Wesley doing a 37.01. Brody pulling a tiny bit of time back to him. It's about 200ths of a second. Matthew Chenery and William Conroy staying right in line, third and fourth. Under a second separating the two of them. Sam Church holding fifth, Bennett Underwood in sixth. About 6 seconds between the two of them as Wesley comes in to finish another lap. Doing a 36.95. Brody doing a 38.08. It's got about 5 seconds behind Wesley. Matthew Chenery pulling a bit of a gap between him and William in fourth. Sam Church pulling a larger lead as Wesley comes through for the halfway point. Doing a 37.26. Brody Adalski about half a second behind him that lap. About 6 seconds behind overall. Matthew Chenery in third. A 347.92 overall. William Conroy with a 355.75 overall right now. Wesley comes through, extending his lead again over Brody. Matthew Chenery continuing to pull a gap over William Conroy. Matthew about 3 seconds faster that lap. As Wesley comes in doing a 37.13 for that 50. Brody Adalski in second doing a 38.92. Wesley comes in about to start his final lap to see what stamina he's got left in him. Wesley receives the horn, using what stamina he has left. Did a 36.4 that last lap. Brody Adalski still in second, doing a 38.64 that time around. Wesley comes in for his last 25. Wesley comes in with a 32.45 for his last 50, taking the win with a time of 5:56.69. Brody Adalski coming in second with a 6:11.55 for his overall time. There's Matthew Chenery doing a 6:19.27 to take third. William Conroy for St. Joe taking fourth with a 6:40.55. Here comes Sam Church, finishing out his with a 7:05.93, and Bennett Underwood finishing it out with a 7:14.57. Now we have Heat 2. We've got Ryan Green for Central in lane 1. Mason Sabatius in lane 2. Di Garcia Hernanda for St. Joe in lane 4. Andreas Elia Lopez for Northern in lane 4. Matthew Penner for Central in lane 5. Brennan Keane for Coldwater in lane 6. Emmett Lorenz in lane 7 for St. Joe. Jacob Cuisto for Portage Northern in lane 8. So after the first 50, Matthew in first, Andreas second, Ryan third, Mason fourth, Emmett fifth, Di sixth, Brennan seventh, Jacob eighth. Between Matthew and Andreas, just under half a second between the two of them for the first 50. Matthew pulls out more of a gap as Ryan moves up to second, Mason up to third, Andreas to fourth, Emmett fifth, Brennan Keane taking Di in sixth, Brennan Keane in seventh, Jacob in eighth. Ryan Green pulling a gap to third, moving him into a clear second as Matthew Penner continues to extend his lead. Got Mason in fourth, Mason third, Andreas fourth, Emmett fifth, Di sixth, Brennan Keane in seventh. Ryan pulling about half a length down to third. He's trying to close in that gap to Matthew, who did a 32.38 that lap. But Ryan Green doing a 33.42, about 4 seconds between first and second right now. With Mason coming in about 9 seconds behind Ryan, Andreas in fourth, Emmett fifth, Di in sixth. Brennan in seventh as Matthew comes around again, doing a 32.52 that lap. 238.6 overall. Ryan Green in second with a 244.25 overall. Third and fourth separated by under 0.2 of a second. Mason third, Andreas fourth, Emmett just about a second behind in fifth, Dye in 6th. As Matthew Penner comes around, finishing another lap, very consistent in that 32-second range. Ryan Green about a second lap behind him. Both Central swimmers pulling a very large gap to 3rd and 4th. As Andreas and Mason come for 3rd and 4th, Emmett in 5th, Dye in 6th. Andreas and Mason still about 2/10 of a second, 2.5 of a second behind them as Matthew Penner and Ryan Green come around. Matthew with about 8 seconds on Ryan Green. Andreas pulling a little bit of a lead, still less than half a second between him and Mason in 3rd and 4th. Matthew Penner pulling a larger lead over Ryan Green as Matthew drops down to the 33-second time slot. Emmett in 5th, Dye in 6th, Brennan 7th, and Jacob in 8th. Matthew comes around and gets the horn to start his final lap on a 4:49.88 overall. Ryan Green in 2nd doing a 5:01.13, starting his final lap. As Matthew Penner has lapped the entire field except Ryan Green. That is quite impressive. Matthew Penner finishing it out with a 5:20.64 to take a very dominant win for Portage Central. Ryan Green coming in 2nd to bring home the 1-2 for Central with a time of 5:34.55. Mason Sabatis and Andreas very close together, 4/10 of a second as they finished their last lap, coming in for their final one. And Mason takes 3rd ahead of Andreas, with Mason doing a 6:04.2, Andreas with a 6:04.31, 11/100ths of a second between the two of them. Emmett in 5th, down in lane 7, with a 6:10.54. Brennan in 7th with a 6:33.05. And Jacob in 8th. Jacob finishing with a 6:56. Oh, Jacob's got another lap to complete. Maybe. Yep, Jacob is on his final lap. Jacob finishing it out with a respectable 7:39.85. That is it for the 500-yard freestyle. Got the 200 free relay up next. In lane 4 for Heat 1, we have St. Joe C Relay. In lane 5, we have Portage Central C Relay. Portage Central taking the lead at the flip turn. The Central C relay taking about a 2-second lead off the start. Portage Central C is continuing to extend their lead. Portage Central C pulling about a length ahead of St. Joe C as St. Joe's into the water. Portage Central C taking the win with a 1:51.04. St. Joe comes in with a 2:08.41. Heat 2 of the boys 200-yard freestyle. For Portage Central in lane 1, we have their B relay, Coldwater B in lane 2, St. Joe A in lane 3, Portage Northern A in lane 4, Portage Central A in lane 5, Coldwater A in lane 6, St. Joe B in lane 7. Very close between the two leaders of Central and Coldwater A at the start. Coldwater A the lead, Central A in second, St. Joe A in third, Coldwater B in fourth, Northern A in fifth, Central B in seventh, Central B in sixth, St. Joe B in seventh. As they come for the third diver to go in, Central A takes the lead over Coldwater A, St. Joe A in third, Portage Central B in fourth, Portage Northern A in fifth, Coldwater B in sixth, and St. Joe B in seventh. Third diver, swimmer in the water, Central A in first, St. Joe A in second, Coldwater A in third, Central B, then Northern A, then Coldwater B in sixth, St. Joe B in seventh. Here we come for the Portage Central A taking the win. They 1:36.74. St. Joe A in second, Coldwater A in third, Central B in fourth, Northern A in fifth, Coldwater B in sixth, and St. Joe B in seventh. Now we have Heat 1 of the boys 100-yard backstroke. Ruben Lorenz from St. Joe in lane 3, Owen Lito from Northern in lane 4, Matthew Shenery from Central in lane 5, and William Wu from Central in lane 6. Off the start, close across the board. William Wu pulling an early lead though. William Wu pulling a few body lengths ahead. Matthew Chenery in second. William Wu finishes his first lap with a time of 32:28. Matthew Chenery doing a 40.5 for second. Owen, the 41.22 from third, and Ruben with a 43.48 for fourth. William Wu taking a dominant win with a time of 1:09.1. Matthew Chenery coming in second with a time of 1:23.77. Ruben for St. Joe in third, and Owen for Northern in fourth. Heat 2, the final heat. Got Aiden Stolsky in lane 1 for Central. Ivan McConnell from Coldwater in lane 2. Joey Perangeli from St. Joe in lane 3. Vincent Bruno from Northern in lane 4. Evan Cordini from Central in lane 5. Cooper Otto from Coldwater, lane 6. Emmett Lorenz in lane 7 for St. Joe. Caden Bersher in lane 8 for Portage Northern. Vincent pulling an early lead at 26.87. Cooper Otto second, Evan third, Aiden fourth, Joey fifth, Emmett sixth, Ivan seventh, Caden in eighth. Vincent Bruno from Northern coming in to take a very big win. A time of 54.95. Cooper Otto from Coldwater in second. Evan Cordini from Central in third. Aiden Stolsky fourth. Emmett Lorenz fifth. Caden Busher in seventh. And Ivan McConnell in eighth. Next up we have the 100-yard breaststroke. So we have Robert Tate in lane 3 for Central, Rowan Hume for St. Joe in lane 4, Isaac Fitchner in lane 5 for Portage Central, Liam Belatro for Coldwater, Landon Bohr for St. Joe in lane 7. Ronan Hume taking an early lead, very tight between Robert Tate and Isaac Fitchner for second and third. Isaac Fitchner takes second, Robert Tate less than a second behind in third, Leo in fourth, Landon in fifth. Isaac pulling a gap over Robert for second. Isaac closing up to Ronan, but it doesn't look like he'll have enough time. Isaac coming in about half a body length too far behind as Ronan Hume takes first with a time of a 1:17.59. Isaac Fitchner with a 1:19.75. Robert Tate taking third, Landon Bohr in fourth, Leo in fifth. So Adam Sagan in lane 1 for Central for Heat 2, Kaz Lindblom for Coldwater lane 3, Eric Burrow St. Joe in lane 3, Ty Sturgeon lane 4 for Portage Northern, Justin Chen lane 5, Mason Garbowski for Coldwater in lane 6, William Peterson lane 7 for St. Joe, Jacob Cuisto for Portage Northern in lane 7. Justin Chen taking an early lead with Ty Sturgeon right behind in second. Adam in third, William fourth, Eric in fifth, Mason in sixth. Justin Chen pulling more of a gap to Ty Sturgeon behind him. Justin Chen with a 1:01.75 taking the win. Ty Sturgeon with a 1:06.74 in second. Adam Sagan for Central taking home third. William Peterson fourth. Eric Burrow fifth. Mason Garbowski taking home sixth. Jacob taking seventh, and Kaz taking eighth. On to the final event of the night, the 400-yard freestyle relay. In lane 4, we have St. Joe C Team. In lane 5, we have Portage Central C Team. Central pulling a slight gap ahead of St. Joe's. They come in for the flip turn. Central C doing a 33.92 for his first 50. Swimmer for St. Joe C doing a 35.75 for his first 50. Swimmer for Central continues to pull a gap as they come around to finish the 100 and put the second swimmer in the water. That 50 was a 26.44 for Central and a 34.62 for St. Joe. About a 5-second gap between the two swimmers right now, between the two relays right now. The third swimmer's in the water for Central. And St. Joe has their third swimmer in the water. About 8 seconds between the two teams right now. St. Joe closing the gap down. Only about 4 seconds between the two relays. It's all going to come down to their anchor. Anchored leg for Central is in the water. St. Joe pulled a little bit of time back on that last 50, but failed to make much of an impact on the gap. Just a 50 left for Central. Their time after that was a 3:58.34. They've managed to pull about a 10-second gap to St. Joe. Their time was a 4:08.48. Portage Central C taking the win with a 4:31.9. St. Joe C coming in with a 4:49.51. So in lane 1 we have Portage Central B, no one in lane 2, St. Joe A, lane 3, Portage Northern A in lane 4. Portage Central A in lane 5, Coldwater A lane 6, St. Joe B in lane 7, and Portage Northern B in lane 8. It's like Coldwater pulling out to an early lead with Central and Northern's A teams neck and neck right behind. Central's A team takes second over Northern's A team by about 0.2 of a second. St. Joe A in 4th, Central B in 5th, St. Joe B in 6th, Northern B in 7th. Coldwater A continues to pull more of a gap as Central A pulls a gap over Northern, and St. Joe slides up to 3rd, Northern A down to 4th, Central B in 5th, St. Joe B in 6th, and Northern B in 7th. Central A starts pulling the gap back, still in second by just a few tenths of a second. St. Joe A in 3rd, Northern A 4th, Central B 5th, St. Joe B 6th, and Northern B 7th, as Central's got their next swimmer in the water, taking about a second lead over Coldwater. St. Joe A in 3rd, Northern A 4th, Central B 5th. Central A continues to pull a gap over Coldwater A. As Northern and St. Joe A are fighting for 3rd and 4th. So Central 1st, Coldwater 2nd, Northern takes 3rd from St. Joe, who's in 4th. Central B still sitting clean in 5th. As here comes Central ready for their next swimmer in the water. Portage Northern overtakes Coldwater. St. Joe moves up to 3rd, Coldwater in 4th. Central A still with a decent gap. Northern A pulling it back, only about 4 seconds behind. St. Joe A in 3rd, Coldwater A in 4th. Northern A fighting back, but not quite enough time. Portage Central A takes the win for the last event of the night. Northern A about 3 seconds behind in 2nd. St. Joe A takes 3rd. Coldwater A takes 4th. Central B comes in to take 5th. St. Joe B comes in to take 6th, and Northern B in to take 7th. Good meet all around tonight. Thank you to all of you for watching. Be back here at the next Central home meet. Have a good night.